Today is the 10th anniversary of the podcast. Hi, my name's Charlie. You might know me better as sci-fi fantasy writer C.E. Dorset, and I'm celebrating the podcast's 10th anniversary the way you think I would. I've been working all day and testing out new editing software that might actually make it easier and quicker for me to get stories out. Because that's the kind of person I am. Oh, wow. Yeah, maybe going out tonight to have some drinks with some friends, or I don't know, I might just stay at home and play Final Fantasy. That actually sounds more like a celebration because I haven't been able to get to Eorzea in a while. 10 years. 10 years. And that's one of the reasons I'm kind of okay, if you haven't been listening for all 10 years, and I know none of you have, because, well, you may have sometime after episode 1, but nobody listened to episode 1 at all, except for me and a couple friends that I played it for, because it was horrible. I had been debating whether or not I wanted to do a podcast for a while, and I came upon this service called TalkShoe. And TalkShoe was the low-rent anchor of its day, and I am surprised to say it still exists. I did not know that. Hopefully it's gotten a lot better since the last time I used it, because, wow. Anyway, TalkShoe allowed you to set up a podcast and actually take comments and stuff from a live chat room. So the podcast would be recorded live with a chat room, and you could see their comments and everything, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing it. Now, having said that, I feel that it's important to note that the first podcast I ever did was horrible. I mean, some of you may think that the podcast is still horrible, but it was nothing like this. I said the word y'all about 30-40 times, and yeah, everything that I said was punctuated with the word y'all, because I didn't know what I was doing. I had a vague inkling of what I wanted to do, and it was just me and a microphone and an empty chat room talking to the ether about whether or not maybe I should podcast kinda, sorta, or not. Yeah. Oh, it's so hard to listen to. But the original podcast was called the Project Shadow Informant, because back then we were running a social networking site. It was Project Shadow HQ, Project Shadow was the blog, and the Project Shadow Informant was the podcast. And after a few really horrible episodes, including a lost video episode, which if anybody has, I would love to get a copy of it. I cannot find my backup copy of the video version of the podcast, and apparently it is no longer anywhere on the web either. So should you have access to that atrocious, horrible, terrible, should not have been, what was I thinking, video podcast, yeah, let me know, because let me know. And I know I repeated myself there, but I'm kind of cringing at the idea that that video might still exist, because, like I said, I was debating whether or not to do video, and I am really uncomfortable with video. I love audio, I love talking. It's one of the reasons why I use Anchor, because I don't have to turn a stupid camera on. But wow, that was a bad episode. 10 years. 10 freaking years. That just really seems impossible. And we've done a lot of podcasts over that time, a lot of very show-specific podcasts, and of course, we stopped doing that because I kind of learned that the moment I set up a podcast dedicated to a TV show was the day that show was now doomed to fail. We did podcasts for Legend of the Seeker called The Confessed. We did Kings. We did Dollhouse. Yeah, we had a real good track record going there, didn't we? Hello, this is me again. It's Brian on the phone.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, we can't do a 10th anniversary special without having Brian here.
Woo! 10 years.
If only you were on the first show. And I'm sure a lot of the fans are currently saying, if only you were still on every show. But hey, that's probably just me reading into things, but I know it's not because people love you. But yeah, 10 years today, I did that. I don't even know if you remember that annoying, obnoxious. I think I titled the episode The Y'all Show. Because it was just me going, howdy, y'all. Hi, y'all. Y'all. I don't know what y'all think about. Y'all. It was weird. And then the pressure started. Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
I'm doing this podcast thing. Think you'd like to be on it?
Yeah.
Hey, Brian. I'm doing this podcast thing. You think you'd want to be on it?
Yeah.
And so it took, what, 4 episodes, I think? Because it was after the disastrous Thank God Lost to the Universe in Cosmos, and if somebody does have it, send a copy of it to me, please. Attempted a video podcast, which really should have never happened. Because, it's worse than Wayne's World. I mean, it's just like me staring into a camera like... Actually, it's Garth in Wayne's World when Wayne leaves the set. Hi. Oh, this is a... Oh. But yeah, a couple episodes in, you came on the show, and we did it together for a really long time.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, the funny thing is, earlier today, we both saw a white rabbit running, and we're like, hey, wonder if we should follow it down the rabbit hole. And just think, 10 years of maturing, and the only difference is we paused to contemplate whether or not to follow the rabbit down the rabbit hole.
Instead of immediately jumping out of the car.
Yeah, and freaking out somebody because we would have run across their lawn and left a car in the middle of the road.
Oh, it was hard, man, because there's a white rabbit. There's a white rabbit. I gotta go get the white rabbit.
There's a white rabbit. You gotta follow the white rabbit.
You have to follow the white rabbit. I mean, that's how I ended up.
Neo.
I ended up meeting a friend of mine in Maryland that way, because I was in a state that was mildly altered, and I saw a white rabbit running through a park, and I just giggled off and chased it. And since I was running after it, it kept running. And I will not say their name to protect the guilty, but somebody else happened to see said rabbit. And it wasn't Brian, for anybody who's guessing Brian. But yeah, so somebody else happened to see the rabbit and start running after it, and we ended up so fixated on the rabbit, we ran into each other. Literally. Like cartoon, boing, plop. And we ended up hanging out after that and kind of became friends for a while. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that I would just chase after a white rabbit. At all. You know what I'm saying? Hello?
Hello. I'm still here.
You got awfully quiet.
Yeah. I was just contemplating what possible rabbit hole did we miss going down.
Oh, we had so many good rabbit holes in the old show. Like, back in the day, one of the episodes that we had that just kind of blew up and was our #1 downloaded show for like 2-3 years running was an episode titled Woot for Wootness Sake. And it was an episode that we recorded the day woot was added to the Oxford English Dictionary and became an official word. And yeah, we kind of ran with that a lot.
Woot.
But between that and your boba chicken.
Oh, the Bubba Chicken. That was awesome. Bubba Chicken still, yeah.
Still. Alrighty then. Well, I'm happy that you're on the phone, and we're going to do a segment about Game of Thrones. If you're up to it.
Yeah. Oh my. So much monkey.
So much monkey. We'll get to that in just a second. So, Game of Thrones. This is not something I've really been talking about a lot on the show because I don't really know what to say about it because so much monkey.
Oh my goodness, so much monkey. I mean,
I feel like we should explain that for people that don't know what we're talking about. Get to the effing monkey because we have a clean tag now, so I can't say what the F stands for, but you all know what the F stands for.
Almost broke the clean tag.
Yeah, be careful. Yeah, they clean tagged us, so we're gonna say F because that's classier.
Yeah.
Yeah, Get to the Effin' Monkey basically is a song that I believe Tripod did that's about King Kong, the Peter Jackson King Kong with Jack Black and etc. in it. Not the Skull Island, but the one before that. Yeah, definitely not Skull Island. Skull Island it gets right to the freaking monkey, like right to the monkey. And so, yeah, we joke around whether or not a show has monkey, and Game of Thrones, the last 2 seasons, has a lot of monkey, just a lot of monkey. Like they're past George and all of the kind of dilly dallying around, and they're just like, "Hello, monkey. Oh, and monkey. Look over there. What's that? Monkey."
Yeah. It's like basically every episode, epic battle at this point. Epic conversation.
Let's kind of recap what we've happened so far this season, right? So, on episode 1, we have Jon having his little "I'm the king of the north" moment. We have Cersei, "I'm the evil queen" moment. And we have Daenerys, "I'm finally home." And you think you're safe, or you think everything's wonderful, you think everything's fine, and then, spoiler alert, if anybody has not caught up on the season, stop now. Progress no further. From here, there'll be dragons. Literally. Literally dragons. Yeah. We have... Because wasn't it the first episode? It was the first or second episode with Greyjoy, the Greyjoy fleet getting attacked.
I believe it was the second episode.
The second?
Yeah, the first one just kind of, people are arriving and summons are happening, and I mean, you get the wonderful, fun Euron Greyjoy hitting on Cersei, and
that's right.
His wonderful Jack Aerie, clean tag, with messing with Jaime about asking about Cersei's favorite bedtime proclivities.
I think we should say how she likes to play, because the Steven Universe can completely get over sex by saying, "I like the way that humans play." I think we can, if you can do that on a kids show, I think we can safely say, "How does your sister like to play, Jaime? Does she like to play rough?"
Yeah. And it wasn't like he asked. This is not like around dinner table or something either. This is in the throne room before the court, and he's asking quiet enough that only Jaime can hear, but still right there in front of everybody, and then going, "Oh no, don't tell me now, tell me later." And of course, Jaime's like wanting to draw a sword and attack him, not tell him an answer.
I almost feel like Euron had been listening to Tina Turner's Proud Mary before he got there. This song, we're going to start out nice and easy. But if you know us, we don't do anything nice and easy. So the song's going to get rough.
Which is pretty much what you get, because then the second episode, that's when...
Well, no, the big epic thing in the first episode that I was thinking about was the White Walker army with the freaking giants in it.
Yes. Yep. Because...
I mean, undead giants.
Yeah.
I did not see any ice spiders. I expected to see ice spiders and dead wargs.
Yeah.
Zombie wargs.
Oh, yeah, and the other half was the finishing of
the phrase.
The phrase.
Yeah.
In the first episode, which was just glorious, because
the end of House Frey.
All of that training and preparation, and you just get to see it pulled off masterfully, where all the Freys are dead. The only thing I was bummed about with that was the fact that she went through the effort to have the Lord of the Freys relive the Rat King's story.
Yes.
And, for those who aren't familiar or who forgot, they tell the Rat King's story...
I think it's season 3.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Because Bran tells it when Bran and Jojen and Mira are crossing through that one castle.
Yeah, I think it is season 3. You're right, because Bran and about how the Rat King was inhospitable to people, and his punishment was to eat pies made of his children, and
they turned him into a rat, and then he was cursed to forever eat his young.
Yeah, to forever eat his young. And, so it was just so poetic that, in her vengeance on the Freys, she tricked Lord Frey into eating it. And, had she just left it as last season ended, it would have been this fun little mystery of, the Lord of the House Frey's dead, and, he's got bits of his children in a pie that he was obviously eating. There would be this nifty little, you could put it together and go, oh, this is a tale from the North. Oh, someone from the North did this elaborate assassination and trickery and whatnot. But no, she goes a step further and actually impersonating, she puts on his face and poisons all of them. And just
which was wonderful, because it was such a wonderful play on the Red Wedding, because he stands up and gives a very similar toast. Well, I say he, it's really Arya pretending to be Walder Frey, but he stands up and gives a very similar toast to the one that Waldo gave just before everybody's necks, throats got slit. And it was. I have to say, this season, more than anything else, what I've really been enjoying is how we're getting payoffs. I love Game of Thrones, and I've enjoyed it for quite some time, but it felt for a while like it was just going on and on and on, and it was all set up and no get there.
Yeah, where's the monkey?
Yeah, where's the freaking monkey? Episode 1, the beginning of episode 1, you show me the White Walkers and, okay, monkey. Give me monkey. Where's the monkey?
Well, you had a neat point on the White Walkers' delay, and that was because there were still Starks in Winterfell. And it wasn't until I just blanked his name. I keep wanting to call him Reek.
Theon.
It wasn't until Theon removed all the remaining Starks from Winterfell
when Rickon and Usher left,
that they actually started marching. And I really, I find that fascinating that maybe there was some kind of pact or ancient magic's tied to an old pact that as long as there was a Stark at Winterfell, the army wouldn't march.
I feel like the show needs to give a reason for the Army of the Dead marching south. I really do, because they've been this ominous threat this entire time. but everything has had a reason. Like, this is a show that has gone out of its way to, in meticulous detail, give us the reasons and the rhyme. Everything happens. If the White Walkers are coming just because, I don't know, zombies, yo, I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, the simple reason, is just their original mission was to clean, was to clean everybody out.
And it took them like 2,000-3,000 years to rebuild the army of the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I feel like there has to be some other reason.
Children, at a time, maybe. Oh.
Well, Craster gave them 99 children. He got 99 kids, and a daughter ain't one. But I don't know. I really want there to be a reason, and I don't want it to just be that it's taken them thousands of years to reclaim. It goes. The show goes way Lord of the Rings for me. If it took thousands of years for Sauron to regather himself and be able to threaten the world again, but now he has come, and if he gets his hands on the ring, we are all doomed. Like, no. Though I wouldn't mind if we saw like Arya riding some like giant eagles or something. Like, I'd be fine with that. But
Nymeria, riding Nymeria, which was one of the payoffs.
It was one of the payoffs.
Her meeting Nymeria. I realize it's probably as far as that goes, but I still want her to be riding Nymeria and the wolf herd. I mean, talking about payoffs though, like this last episode, because we finally get to see not only Jon and Sansa get to return to Winterfell, but we get Bran returning to Winterfell, who is now just like the truth bombardier.
I don't know. I find him to be very Johnny Mnemonic.
It's so funny. He cracks me up now.
I have downloaded a lot into my brain, and I don't have room for emotional programming anymore.
He's just like, would you like for me to tell you the tale of where this knife came from? And it's like, oh, is he going to reveal that, Littlefinger was behind his assassination attempt, or is he going to go like 1,000 years earlier when this blade was forged? It was actually wielded by Yellowchuck, some famous Valyrian High Lord that battled in the last battle of the Long Night, and or something.
I have to say, this last episode was the worst things that could have ever happened to Littlefinger, because he's like, "Oh, little Bran, here's a knife. I've kept it for you because I thought you might want to have it as a token of when you were almost murdered and weren't. And I loved your mom." Yes. Would you like me to tell you about this knife? I'm better at your games than you are. Wait, what? Oh, crap.
A Littlefinger going, oh, crap. And also Bran denying his claim once again. Even to Littlefinger, he's like, I'm not.
No.
Call me Lord Stark. I'm not.
And Littlefinger's
like, crap. I can't manipulate him. Okay, so Sansa's not really going to be manipulatable. Jon's just going to stab me if I say too many words. And Bran's creeping me the F out, And then he turns around and he's like, Arya's here.
Arya's here. Oh, sweet little Arya. I remember sweet little Arya, little girl. What you just do to one of the most epic fighters in all of Westeros? Oh, crap.
Yeah. He's like just watching this fight, like going, oh, crap. She is extremely lethal and dangerous. And, of course, Littlefinger doesn't know about the list, but Sansa, poor Sansa. I love Sansa's, like, denial and sudden, like, not sudden, but slow acceptance of the truth through lots of resistance. Because, I mean, when they first meet in the crypt and Sansa's just like, or Arya's like, I had a list and I was upset at first when Joffrey was killed because I wanted to do that. He was on my list.
No matter how many people got added to the list, his name was always on top.
On top. And Sansa just kind of laughs because everybody does that because they see little Arya and just like, you talk such a tough game, but, nice little girl, you couldn't do crap. and just laughed it off. And then, she and Arya and Bran are out at the Redwood or out at the Godswood, and Bran's like, so how's the list coming along? I saw.
Well, no, he said I saw you on the crossroads.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I thought you might have gone south to King's Landing. And Sansa was like, "What's in King's Landing?" And then Bran said, "Cersei, she's on your list."
Yeah, like holy crap! Here's confirmation too. Where she's got to face the reality that Bran's not laughing. He's not. He's just deadpan serious. Like, there's a list of people that she's been slowly killing and removing from her list. And Sansa's like, oh gosh, this might be, but she still tries to deny it. And then her watching that fight, the sparring match, and having the disturbing realization of how extremely capable Arya is in the art of combat and killing. Yes. And
who taught you how to do that?
And then her answer, no one.
No one. Oh, that's beautiful.
No one. Beautiful. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was kind of laughing last night, wondering how much Littlefinger, how much of his spy network is still around, and if Littlefinger tried to do some research into Arya, how much he would freak out because she would just kind of pop up and then disappear for a while, and then pop up somewhere else, and then disappear again. And he could probably trace that she went, down to, I keep wanting to say Dorne, not Dorne.
Over to Bravos.
Over to Bravos, yeah. But it's like, yeah. Yeah, it was just funny watching him just have that. He's trying to smile and pretend everything's all good, but he's just freaking out, realizing all the Starks have returned and they're extremely capable, and all extremely dangerous one way or the other. Because Sansa knows a lot of his secrets, so she's dangerous to him because she has them politically, and Jon,
and he doesn't know what Arya knows, because Arya was in King's Landing when he betrayed Ned, and he doesn't know what she knows.
But Jon has that direct threat, and Arya has that lethal threat of just death is coming.
I think you covered your mic.
Yeah. But yeah, they just, and then of course the battles.
Well, okay, so I'm going to go over this fairly quickly because you have the naval battle between Euron and the rest of the Greyjoys, Greyjoy family reunion there. You have the fight at Highgarden with Cersei's army taking Highgarden. You have the fight at Casterly Rock where we have Daenerys' army taking Casterly Rock, and we have the attack just outside of King's Landing where we get to see Daenerys versus Jaime. But the greatest battle, I'm sorry, in the entire season so far is Olenna versus Jaime, a goblet of wine fight. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was awesome.
Best battle of the season. I'm sorry. You can't beat Olenna. Queen of Thorns. Is it going to hurt? No, I researched it to make sure. Good. And then she just chugs it like a bouse. And as soon as she puts it down, and there's nothing he can do because she's going to die no matter what happens, I would hate to go the way that Joffrey did.
Yeah, and she drops the truth bomb that she was the one that assassinated Joffrey.
Olenna going out how she lived, man. I'm sorry, she may have lost Highgarden. She won that battle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because Jaime's left with both the creepy information to know that, he was right all along. His brother was innocent. And to now know who the actual murderer of his son was. But on top of that, he's basically probably the debate currently in his head of whether or not to even tell Cersei. Yeah.
No, he's going to tell her.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be some of the fighting between them, because she's not going to believe it because of her hatred for Tyrion. And while it's indisputable that Tyrion did kill their father, because he did, like a bout.
Yeah.
But something has to drive a wedge between the two of them, because Jaime's going to kill Cersei. I'm sorry, Jaime or Tyrion is going to kill Cersei. One of them will kill Cersei. I would prefer it to be Jaime. And I kind of want them to kill each other. I want them to die in this twisted lover's embrace. I want them to, like Olenna, I want them to die like they lived, strangling the life out of each other. Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, there was a click. I thought it hung up.
Oh. Nope.
You don't like that idea?
Oh, no, I do. I'm just kind of picturing it and thinking, because there's a possibility that when they get pulled out of the water, it may be Tyrion who sets Jaime free. And wouldn't it be fascinating that Jaime in his freedom creeps up and ends up killing Cersei?
Oh, yeah.
In this weird, reverse role. And not because he got his freedom and planned to do that, because Tyrion didn't plan to kill his father either. But,
I think he did a little bit.
Oh,
he wouldn't have grabbed the crossbow if he didn't. Yeah.
He grabbed the crossbow after he found his dad sleeping with, his love. And
I'm just saying, there was a little bit of premeditation there.
It was a crime of passion. He kind of pushed to the last straw.
But there was a little bit of premeditation there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Not saying, but I'm saying. So my prediction is the next episode, the big thing that's going to happen in the next episode is Jon's going to return to Winterfell, and Bran's going to greet him and tell him that he is Jon Targaryen.
Yeah. I think
or John Rivers or John Blackfire, or pick a name.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to be the big part of it. I'll be curious to see Jon and Arya's reunion as well.
Oh, yes. I think that's one of the reasons why they've been stringing out the kids coming back, because with each one, Bran has been convincing them that he actually can see everything.
Yeah.
Like, one by one, he's been convincing them of this, so when he finally tells Jon, oh, by the way, you're not Ned Stark's son, you're actually Rhaegar and our auntie, so you're actually a cousin.
Yeah. Congratulations, you're not a bastard brother. You're a cousin.
I was trying not to say that word because clean tag, but I guess I can say that. I don't know. Rules are weird. I am very excited to see what happens next.
Be like, well, to your clean tag, calling Sasha a bee is what she is a female dog.
Anywho, I want to thank you for being on the 10th anniversary show, and hopefully I don't have to wait another 10 years for you to do a segment with me.
No, I think we'll have a longer summer, or maybe winter's coming. I don't know.
I don't know. With the weird weather we've been having here lately, it feels like winter is coming.
We'll see what the Ravens bring.
Oh, we did see a white rabbit. A white raven might not be that far off. So,
yeah.
Happy 10th podcasting anniversary to the both of us.